Hi everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video. I'm Mike, and you're watching Building the Dream Portugal. Now, as you can probably tell, we're not in Portugal anymore. And where have I been? I haven't posted a video in a couple of months, so did I fall off the earth? What happened? Well, I need to apologize for that, because I kind of had an accident and I just wasn't able to post anything. However, I did manage to record videos, I just wasn't in the position to edit them or anything like that. So, what happened? Well, let's find out. So it had to be done. I don't know if you can see from the background, but I'm at the hospital. I've just been to A&E and got a little fancy bracelet. And the reason why I'm here is because I've hurt my ears. It turns out that I've ruptured both membranes in my ears. So that one and that one, both are ruptured. So we'll see what happens next. So it is extreme agony in both ears, and I can hardly hear anything. So I think some of the projects have to be put on hold this year because of it. How it happened? Well, let's just say intense jumping into the water. So, lesson learned. Do you like the background change? I thought it was appropriate. So yeah, I somehow managed to perforate both my eardrums. It was just basically jumping into the water too much, and it's the impact of hitting the water constantly that caused it, I believe. They couldn't explain it, they didn't know why it happened. Anyway, that wasn't the end of it, because after I had the medication, I was taking the medication, it wasn't improving. And it was getting worse and worse as the days went by. And it got to the point where I had liquid, like a yellow liquid, coming out my ears, both of them, and I couldn't hear anything. I went completely deaf. After 7 days after going to the hospital, I returned back there and basically told them the meds they're giving me not working. So I was seen again and given new meds, which did start working eventually. For the next few weeks after that, my hearing was just minimal. Basically, it was just I couldn't hear anything, hardly anything, and it was taking what seemed like forever to improve. So this explains why I haven't posted a video in a while. I just wasn't able to edit them. I took a lot of garbage as well in it, so you have to do a lot of editing, and I just wasn't able to edit them. Trying to put headphones in over my ears as well, it was just a no-no. I mean, it takes something like this to really, really appreciate your hearing. It's not until it's gone that you realize how much it affects you, if that makes sense. But hey, it's now October, and I would say my hearing in one area it's 100%, in the other area it's about 70% and stuff like that. So it's still improving, and it's not 100% in both ears yet. So that brings me on to the actual video I'm going to do for you guys today, and that's actually comparing the differences between hospitals in Portugal and hospitals in the UK, and probably the US as well, because it's pretty much all similar and stuff like that, my experience to them. When you go to a hospital in the UK, you get to A&E, you register as a patient and stuff, unless you're brought in by ambulance and they do that for you. And you get in the queue, you get seen by triage, and then the process starts. You're in a system, and it's a waiting game then. Out in Portugal, you register as a patient, however, you have to pay a fee. And the fee is, I think it was 16 euros, I think it was, that you had to pay to be seen. and stuff, which ain't an issue. And paid it, have to pay it. I went twice, so I had to pay it twice. But it's what it is. So that's it. So then next is triage. You get called, both have the same system, so you get called by triage. So over in the UK, you get called by triage. They come in, check you over, you tell them what's wrong, and then you get told to go wait in the waiting area. Out in Portugal now, they same thing pretty much. They give you a triage and they classify you on based on the severity of your whatever's going on, basically. But then they give you a multicolored wristband, and they have 4 colors: blue, green, yellow, and red. Red is critical patient. Yellow is half and half, almost critical, almost green, if that makes sense, is in between. And green, it's a minor injury, which mine was, perforated eardrums. And then blue is just a minor ailment that person should have gone to a GP, pretty much, and got sorted out of the GP. Then it's waiting time and quality of care, shall we say. So in the UK, quality of care is you can't complain, you get seen. However, the waiting times are a killer. You can be waiting 4 or 5 hours before you're seen and stuff like that. Right now in Portugal, both times I went to hospital, I was in and out within 2 hours, 2.5 hours max, pretty much. And that included it. The first time was just ear check. They put that little microscopic thing into the ear, look into your ears and stuff like that. Get seen by the doctor, give you prescriptions, and off you go. That was the first time. Second time now, I get there, done the thing in the eardrums. You see it's gotten worse, and then I had to call for a specialist ear person. They came down, done a hearing test and stuff like that, special test to see if I could hear and stuff, which I couldn't hear anything like that. And then they prescribed me medication and stuff, and off I went. However, as I said, the biggest difference is time difference. Is there in Portugal? I was only there for 2.5 hours on both times, and in the UK, you're there 4 or 5 hours. I've known people that have been in A&E 6, 7 hours waiting and stuff, which is just plain ridiculous. But it is what it is. And in the UK, you can't complain because it's free. Pretty much in Portugal, it's almost free. He paid €16. I'd rather pay €16 and be seen in 2, 3 hours in the UK than not pay anything and be there 6, 7 hours waiting. Come on. The only difference is that I guess when you look at the hospitals, it's quality of care. There isn't any difference in quality of care. You get seen, you get treated with respect and stuff like that. They tell you what's wrong. Right? But then it hits a case of the decor, shall we say. Portuguese hospitals look rather outdated, to say the least. Now in the States, I would have been, selling my kidney to pay for the charges of being seen in A&E and stuff like that over there if I didn't have private medical insurance. So that's the major difference between Europe and the US. So both times that I went to A&E, I was given prescriptions for painkillers and antibiotics on both occasions. Now, this is where it's slightly different to the UK and maybe the US. I don't know how it works over there, but it's definitely different in Portugal. And there is a difference between the UK and Portugal. And that is that. So, on both times I went, I was given a course of antibiotics for 10 days. So, with that, you go to the pharmacy. I get to the pharmacy now, and I tell them, here you go, here's a prescription. It's all digital, by the way. It was on my phone, so you just show me your phone. They look at them like, yeah, okay. However, you pay for your medication out in Portugal, and they don't part dispense, if that makes sense. So if the box comes with 24 tablets, you get 24 tablets. They don't split the packs. Whereas in the UK, they split the packs. So in the UK, if you're told to take 2 tablets twice a day for 10 days, so they would prescribe you only the 20 tablets. They'll dispense them for you. They'll put them in a bottle or something, or cut at the pack and give you just the 20 tablets. However, in Portugal now, if you pay for your medication and if one packet has 18 tablets, and the next packet has 18 tablets, they'll give you the whole lot. So you pay for the 36 tablets. You don't just get the 20 tablets, you get 36. And then they tell you, after you've taken the 20, you bin the other 16. Or you bring them back to us. That's just crazy. Why don't they just give you the 20 tablets to begin with? It makes the job and life much easier. But no, they don't work like that. So that's the difference. And also, there's a difference in cost as well. In the UK, each medication you get, they put it down as a separate prescription, and the prescription charges are £9 something in the UK at the moment. So that's £36. Out in Portugal, I got painkillers and both sets of antibiotics for less than €20, and I paid for the medication over there. However, they give you the choice of either going for the generic version of it or the branded version, which is crazy. There is no difference between generic and branded. It's the same ingredients. You can only call paracetamol if it has the same ingredient. Otherwise, it wouldn't be called paracetamol, for example. So that's it, guys. I hope you found the video useful, and I hope I've been able to detail the differences and the similarities between the Portuguese and the English hospitals and American hospitals. Well, not really Americans. I didn't really discuss the American hospitals, but just for all you Americans that are watching, it's a lot cheaper in Portugal and the UK, pretty much. However, if you travel to Portugal, just get travel insurance and it will cover anything, basically. But that's the end of the video now. So please, please, please subscribe to the channel. You'll be helping me out big time. Until next time, peace out.